Just wanted to give you a brief orientation to how to use Zotero. This is the bibliographic tool or the database where I've collected a bunch of readings that you can access. So these are individual articles, essays, blog posts published all over the place, but mostly from reputable publications, some blogs and more casual things, so mostly reputable publications. And going back to, there's a couple of historical ones, but mostly starting in the 2020s, a couple of old things, but 2022, 2023, up through the present. So how do you work with this? Like, this might seem like too much, overwhelming, right? 149 different articles in here. Well, on the left column, you can see titles. So sometimes a title itself will just leap up at you. I'm a therapist. ChatGPT is eerily effective. Whoa, is that true? I had no idea that ChatGPT could be used for mental health therapy, right? So you can use the title. You can also pay attention to publications, right? Maybe you find something good in the MIT technology review, and you want to see what others are, if there's anything else from that same publication. So that's another way to browse. You can sort by creator, which in this case is author, right? Many of these pieces I only have one essay by a person, but Ethan Mollick has a lot to say. Kevin Roos has a lot to say. So if you read something by Kevin Roos from 2022, maybe you think you'd like to see what he has to say about it more recently. So you notice that he wrote something in 2025. So you can scroll that way. Whenever you do find a piece, if you double click on it, it will link. It will open up the main URL. So these are all web-based resources. So if I double click on this, new tab, and this is what it looks like on the New York Times website, assuming that it's not paywalled. Okay, so the default behavior is to open it up in the original site, but if it's a site that might be likely to be paywalled, or maybe after you look at it for the fifth time, they'll ask you to subscribe. You can look at the archive link here. So this link is going to take you to a Dropbox or a PDF that I've put in Dropbox for you. Okay, so I tried to anticipate that some things would be blocked by paywalls, or you might not have a subscription, or like going through IUP's library would be tricky. So I've made archive copies of all of these for you. So double clicking or looking at the archive link over here will get you to the article. Maybe I'm following it by title or author, but probably the most useful way to navigate is going to be to pay attention to tags. So all of these articles should have one or more tags. I tried to tag all of them. So if I find that I'm interested in how AI is destroying the university, the tag AI in education might be useful to me. So I can go over here to the bottom left, and I can find AI in education. Where is it? Scroll a little more slowly. AI education. Now when I click on that tag, it should bring up just the articles that are tagged with that, right? So there are a number. So that didn't actually narrow it down so much in this case. Let's take one that's a little bit smaller. How about AI cheating, right? So if I was thinking about plagiarism and academic honesty, when I click that tag, now I can see the 5 pieces in the database that have been tagged by that. So these are probably the most relevant ones. There might be something else, right? I'm not going to say that there's, that you would only want to look at these and nothing else. There might be, one on policy or safety or education that you might also find a use. But this can be a way to focus on a subtopic. So that's the idea. And then finally, when you have chosen a few articles that you might want to work with, Zotero also makes it really easy for you to create a bibliography, and you can do it in whatever style you want. So as long as the right data is in there in the database, it'll reformat it for you. You can copy it to a clipboard, download it, etc. So hopefully this is a pretty user-friendly tool, and you are able to read some things that are interesting to you.